Except, yeah, clearly not. Clearly no Mistress M here, but we are here to help all the same.
There you go. We like to help.
Yeah, we saw a question.
We like to watch help.
And in all honesty, it was aimed at Mistress M, not us.
Not us.
But we think we can help with it.
Yeah, we think we're uniquely qualified.
Boo has other ideas, but what does she know? Read the question, Mr. Adrian.
Thank you, Mr. Angry. I will. See, a well-armed society is a polite society. Flora Fairy asks, I was wondering, if an anime fan like myself was into yaoi, boy-on-boy relationships, and her parents knew, but didn't like that she was, how could the anime fan explain to her parents why she liked yaoi?
Now that is a question and a half.
Is a question and a half. There's lots of implications, and we've drawn many inferences from. Let's, for example, start with the question itself. You'll notice that Flora Fairy is very careful not to say that it is indeed she who has been busted getting off on yaoi to her parents.
It is an anime fan like herself. So, not too much should be read into that. But to the meat of the question itself, it has two fairly key components.
Key component number one is that an anime fan is into yaoi, boy-on-boy relationships.
Key component two, the parents found out. They don't like it. I guess we should explain, there may be people out there in the internet who don't know what yaoi is.
I have heard it possible.
So we will explain why parents might get a bit uptight with this.
Yaoi is a comic book or manga form, or sometimes animated form of comic book that has boys, young boys, not infant boys, but young men.
Adolescent, usually.
Having the sexual intercourse with one another. There is usually two, often there are combinations of more, and they usually fall into the role of seme, leader or big brother, boss, dominant, and yuki, called submissive or the surrenderer. The word yaoi itself is
Acronym?
an acronym.
You have so much trouble with that word.
I have
acronym.
trouble with
We should find a way to shorten acronym for you.
Yeah.
Maybe just use the first letter of it. See what I did there, kid? Grammar humour.
Yeah, it's good.
Not very good, but at least grammar related.
No, I liked it.
Yeah,
I
okay.
liked it.
But yaoi actually extends out to
Yamanashi, Ochinashi, Iminashi, which is roughly translated, no climax, no point, no meaning.
So these are romantic entanglements that have no context or lasting effect in the greater world.
There'd be like 3-minute soap operas that go forever in the middle. They're all about women's fantasy, because the other big component of yaoi is that it is in fact an almost exclusively women's form. It's usually drawn by women for the pleasure of women. It's not at all aimed at the gay male market.
Which surprises a lot of people in Western countries when they see, oh, you've got some porn that involves two males, clearly aimed at the gay market. Not so yaoi, very aimed very fairly and squarely at the female market, much like most lesbian porn is actually aimed at men, not lesbians. So
basically what we've come up with is a little bit of a helping hand for Flora Fairy to maybe talk to her parents about her friend's trouble, and her friend might want to follow these simple steps. The first thing we say, Angry and myself, is go kindly.
yes, we are not advocating outright lying to parents, because you'll normally get caught, but there are some truths that don't need to be told. There are some things that can't be unheard, and there are things parents don't want to know about their children's, even adult children's, sexuality.
And that might seem a little odd to you right now because you've told your parents everything up until this point, but we want you to be a bit delicate and a bit sensitive. For example,
if it went the other way, if your parents went and told you they like anal sex, now that's true, they're into it, trust me, your mum does your dad up the date. Wait! Maybe she does.
Maybe she does.
Maybe she does. I actually meant to say your dad does your mum up the date. But if your mum gets a strap-on out and your dad likes to take it, I'm not judging.
All those shiny tools at the back of the cupboard are there for a reason.
So,
the ones that restrain you are for his pleasure, and the ones that hurt you are for hers. So basically, look, there's things about that you never want to know. So put yourself in their shoes. There's things about their little girl and what she does with herself to herself while watching Yaoi that they don't need to know about.
But they clearly need some sort of answer because they've found it and they're disturbed. So we actually have some serious helpful things that we think will help calm the adults down. Not least because they want it, right? They're clutching at straws now. They want something that will make this okay, and we think we can help. The key thing, say to parents, despite the sexual content, it's romantic, which is why it appeals to women. Second, why does no women appeal to women? Mainly because if you look at manga, anime, hentai, the most common thing you see in the female characters is absolutely unrealistic, unattainable body types. Worse, in the Western world we complain about photos of models being unattainable beauty. These are drawings that are physically unattainable by anyone. So the absence of these unattainable body types is actually really appealing to a lot of women. And that is another positive. As a younger woman, you can explain to your parents, it doesn't put that pressure on me. And a third thing that's missing is violence towards women. Again, very common in the manga. So those are three pretty simple positives you can explain to your parents. But if your back's against the wall and they're very conservative with matters sexually, you need a Hail Mary pass.
And you can say, folks, at least I'm into dick.
Lots and lots of dick, obviously.
Obviously lots. An enormous quantity of dick. And usually spread over a couple of panels too.
Yeah.
But if you're really in trouble, you can basically go, where am I going to get access to such copious quantities of dick like this?
Yeah.
That's not in a real pregnant-inducing kind of way.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, don't bring that one up first. And if you're winning, leave it in the locker. But
Yes.
if you're in deep trouble, then stick it out there. Now, of course, your parents should love you. Doesn't matter what your sexuality is. And of course, you're a valid person no matter what you're into. But if your folks are already skittish and frightened and a bit worried about the world, then maybe reassure them along those lines. Maybe it'll help.
Yeah. So we hope that information's been useful. We've thoroughly researched it. And hey, if you appreciate our insight, maybe next time we'll do some research into why heterosexual men like lesbian porn.
Yes. I will join you on the research journey for that, Mr. Angry, for I have no idea. I know just the place to start looking.
Right. Spoiler alert, I think it's going to involve vagina.
No. Is it? I am scandalised and shocked.
But in the meantime, we're going to spend a lot of time looking at lesbian porn for your benefit.
Your benefit.
And we'll report back later.
Yeah, maybe a few reports on this one.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, I know a place we could research yaoi and lesbian porn at the same time.
And that's more information than I needed. I'm
Okay.
going home now. Bye now.
See ya.
What's wrong? What's been going on? Is there something wrong, sweetie? Has there been someone here? Andrew, why is Boo acting strange?
I don't know.
Okay, well, alright, well, we'll just get on with filming. Hello and welcome to Mistress M.